Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Apple, and Amazon. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like this video, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out CobraTrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Best in the business. Been using these guys for years. If you're an active trader looking for a new broker, check out CobraTrading.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, so let's get right into Facebook. Let's get to the daily chart. We had 9.49 million, 0.93% green, or $1.63 up on the day. We are getting tied back up into these moving averages. We talked about that. As long as we're above it, we're okay. We get below, it's still holding support. 618 retrace, bounces off that, goes right for the 20 and the 50 again. We did close above the 20 MA, so it's slightly in a better position or bullish position, but we are still below the 50 MA up here and hitting the 618 on the upside now. So not, let alone the 618 held on the downside. When we go up, it's the 250, 382, 50, 618. As we go up, then this is the 50, of course, that always stays the same. And then this is the 618 up here. So now it's hitting back that. So let's see if it holds it down or if it pops up. The big area on here, though, is going to be the 180 to 181 for the bulls. With the trend lines here, the 750 around 180.39, that's going to be the area to watch for if this thing moves up. So if it might stall out here, look for a gap up and maybe another gap over this and then a gap and go to the 184.25 area or all-time high. So bulls, got to recapture the 50 retrace, get it back above the 618 or the 50 moving average or the 50 moving average. 618 retrace, 178.40. Then once we get here, I've seen it 1,000 times. They just gap it up over it and then it keeps going. So that's for the bullish case. Not that it's going to happen, guys. We still have a gap fill here around the 180.82 as well. So watch for that. But you know, it's not looking bad. Up, sideways, micro bullish, but we're still inside this huge red bar with the volume. And this jicky jack volume that's just kind of chopping, that's going to be hard to push it through here. Just like here. It was pretty good. Then the fourth day stalls out, almost fills the gap, goes right back down. 50 MA holds it, kind of chops, gets below, gets all the, you know, I mean, if you shorted this thing at 183, and you're back at 175, that's not a bad short. You know, if you're in shares, of course an option would have got you, but right here you would have pulled the option off. You'd have been done. And then the other one here, that was awesome on this move here. Then pull back, and now we're chopping around doing nothing. So as long as we're inside this bar, we'll just keep going sideways. And if we do keep going sideways and we stay below the 50 and the 20 MA, our chance to go down to double bottom is a little bit better, or percentage wise. And then the 200 MA down here for Facebook. So right now though, nothing wrong. Got to follow it with the overall indexes. If the SPY, the Qs, that starts to sell, then this will slowly start bleeding as well. So watch for that. Everything's a market trade right now with the light volume that we're getting every day. Weekly chart, same thing, above the MA, slightly inside bar, bearish setup up here at the all-time highs, but overall you're bullish stance above the 20, the 50, and the 200. So let's see what the Friday close gives us on this one, because right now we're just kind of in limbo. We got 2 more days for the Friday close, but I wanted to show you guys that we're still above the 20, the 50, and the 200, and everything's okay on the 50 on the weekly chart. Excuse me. All right, so now let's go to Apple. So Apple had some news 2 days ago. We get the gap down. Daily chart. We did have, it was up a little bit, 3 cents today, 0.02%, and we are on 21 million shares traded on a day. So we did have a little bit of a gap down on some news. Now it's consolidating sideways. If we gap down and go sideways, this 20 MA curls into price. That could send this one lower, 166.60. We have a gap fill down here at 162.93 or so, or around 163 right in there. Then ultimately you have a big gap fill around 157, and then the 200 MA, guys. That's what I'm calling right now, 200 MA targets wherever that's sitting, that's where this thing's going to eventually be. So not that it's going to be there tomorrow or the next week. It could take a month or so to just kind of slowly bleed. So keep an eye on that one there. Apple, a little bit weak on the news, but holding the 50 MA and the 750 retrace and this big green bar, which had a little bit of volume there, which is going to be support down here at the 169.23 or so. As long as we stay down here and hold, this is one that could possibly set up like we did here, sideways, 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 and then all of a sudden gets news and pops right back up. Looking on the daily, though, you're still above the 50 and the 200, so you're a little bit slightly more bullish, but you are a little bit weak being below the 20 MA. But that was news, so let's keep an eye on this one and see what Friday's close brings on the weekly. Weekly chart still looks good, still in a great bear bullish flag here. You did get a little bit low. Again, the big area to watch will be around the 169.35 area, and then of course the 166.60 area down in this down where this tails are, where that was the low, and then still above the 20, the 50, and the 200. Still okay, still chopping. This is actually setting up to go higher, but a lot of times at higher prices or when the charts are at all-time highs, these have a tendency to fail. And then when they do, when a good pattern like this fails, guys, we could be easily down here to 142. And if the markets really go, 120 or so down here. And then the bulls, again, you got to get above these. Back to the daily, got to get above the 20 MA, got to get above this and get up into this area here. You do that and then you'll be in good shape. But nice retrace, nice chopping around. It is a bullish pattern. I mean, but it a little bit weak. It'd be better if it was a little bit tighter. But that's what it's doing up here, until it breaks 168.47 and then the 160.60 down here. But if we get past that 50 MA and this thing starts going, right here's your target right here. And if it really gets going, you have a gap fill down in here right around 150. Wow. Yeah, so keep an eye on this one. Apple, I mean, it's okay still. Just tighten that stop if you're long. You want to turn a trade where if you were in this thing from 100 and now you're at 170, 175, take something off the table, guys. Man, take some profits. I mean, I would have been long gone a long time ago, but that's me. All right, let's go into Amazon. Amazon had a good day, I believe. Well, 550. So this thing was up and down. But again, this was, gets up. I think this might have been earnings, comes in, goes up, gets everyone on board, flushes them out, retraces probably to the 750 retrace, comes back in, holds the 20 MA, and now it's holding the daily 20 MA. So that's not too bad, but you still are inside this big red bar, sideways action, retrace. And then another retrace. They can't make it that simple, guys. They got to make you work at everything. Then you have this one too. So that's a big trend line there. I'm going to show you some stuff that I look at. And then I'm going to also put a retrace in there, Fibonacci retrace. So right there. So yeah, 750 comes back, almost touches the 618, comes back up. Holds the 618, so let's see what this thing can do. 1191.38 will be a big area with these pivots here around the 1195.18. So watch for that, and then we'll see where this goes. But on a daily, I mean, it's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all, guys. Other than you're below this line, you're trying to recapture the 750. But if we get above this 1195 area or this little pivot right here, then I think we're off the double top and possibly higher. So keep an eye on that one, as well as the rest of the market. Like I've been saying, everything's going to be a market trade. So watch for that. If the markets are going down, meaning everything will go down. As a market trade, if everything keeps going up, everything's going to slowly keep grinding. But there's going to be a couple there that take their turns in and out or drop in or for whatever reason. And then, people take profits and go from there. So, but yeah, daily chart on Amazon, not bad. Just tighten those stops. Just keep an eye on these things. You don't want to wake up next thing you know you're here. And then, what have I been saying? The 200 MA on the dailies, guys. Then you have a big gap to fill around 972. 972, guys. Bulls, you got to get above the 1213.41 area, and then you got to get above this high pivot here around 11. I'm going to say 1195 to 2000. That's going to be a big resistance as well. Let's go to the weekly though. The weekly's fine too. Other than you're a little bit stretched from the 20 MA, and you are up, and then you came in and then sideways. This is slightly macro bearish. Overall bullish because you're up here above the MAs, the 200 MA, the 50, the 20. But a lot of times they'll go pop, 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 and then push it up, bring it back, consolidate, and then drop it. So be careful on this one on Amazon. You have some big support levels. Right around 1082. You got one at 1123 or 1125. These are rough. This is a weekly chart, so I can't really get in there. And then the bigger support is going to be around the 1060, and then of course the 1000 even number. If we do pierce through that, then you're looking at the 50 MA at 977.48 and this great consolidation here before this thing broke up. That becomes support on the way down, so you got to watch for that as well. But overall, guys, everything's going pretty good. The markets are kind of quiet. The SPY had 57 million on the day, so everything's kind of grinding up. Some stocks were down, but mostly everything was okay today. There was a couple that were down a little bit, but they went up the last week or two, so they needed a little bit of a pullback just to get the sanity back in some of these names. So. All right, and that's going to be it. Good position on Amazon. But again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you have any videos you want me to, or any videos you want me to make, just send me an email at stockbookie@gmail.com. Let me know the ticker symbol, and I'll start pumping out videos that way as well. So, and if you're a member at stockbookie.com, email me too. Talk to me. Whatever you guys want. And don't forget to like these videos, and don't forget to subscribe down here in the bottom hand corner. I think something in a circle might come up where you click on it or something like that, but don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like the video and all that good stuff, guys. And again, I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to watch this. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.